Waiting is not prayer. It's beyond prayer. Waiting is that place of communion and intimacy. So you come to the Lord, you make your request known. That's the asking will I talked about earlier. You make your request known. And then when you're done, you wait. And while you're waiting, and that's the difficult part, while you're waiting, the flesh has to die and submit. And now you wait for the Lord to quicken you. That's what you're waiting for. You wait for what Psalm 80 verse 18 says, quicken me, and I'll call upon thy name. Now you say, well, no, wait. I was already praying. Oh, no. All you did is simply tell the Lord about your troubles. Now, he heard you. You had no assurance from him that he'll answer except from his promises in his word. But there's been no assurance in that no faith has wrapped your being yet. You still all listening? Yeah. So you go to God, you make your requests known, and the mistake people make is they say amen, they leave. They don't give the Lord the time to wait. So now you wait upon the Lord, and as he quickens you, real prayer is born now. And the minute he quickens you, like the psalmist said in Psalm 80 verse 18, you begin to call upon Jesus. It's no longer about you. It's no longer about your needs and troubles. It's all about the Master now. You call on him. Your eyes suddenly are turned towards him. Your attention becomes totally focused on the Master. And Jesus at that moment becomes real, but somewhat still a little far away from you. But real enough to where his presence begins to slowly penetrate your heart. At that moment, something happens, something quite remarkable. You begin to regain the strength you lost. Because while he wasn't there, your strength was gone. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew. Renew means you're going to have it back, their strength. Your strength is back, spiritual strength, not physical strength. We're not there yet. Your spiritual strength is back, and suddenly your inner man is strengthened. You know how Paul prays that we be strengthened in our inner man? Your inner man becomes strengthened. Your spirit comes alive. When your spirit comes alive, something else happens. Something you lost and haven't had for maybe weeks, maybe years. Your discernment comes back. Now you begin to discern the presence of the Lord. That's the first thing you'll discern, is his presence. So they shall mount up with wings as eagles. Well, what does an eagle do? An eagle stands on the rock, and the eagle waits till the current of the winds is just right. And the minute the wind is at full force, the eagle surrenders. That's what happens when you wait upon the Lord. The first thing that's going to happen to you, your strength comes back into your spirit man. The second thing that's going to happen to you, your discernment is back. And you begin to discern, where is the Lord? Where is his presence? How strong is the wind of the Spirit? When do I surrender? When do I hold back? When will I let go into his blessed wind? And you surrender to the wind of the Spirit moving upon your heart, and next thing you know, that wind carries you to a higher plateau, and higher plateau, and higher places, and now suddenly you're in that high place the Bible talks about. Isaiah talks about the high places. Deuteronomy 32 talks about the high places. The high places are the places of intimacy, the places of worship, the place where God's presence becomes extremely real, and the higher, and the higher, and the higher, the more intimate, the more intimate, the more intimate, till Jesus becomes more real to you than you. in that place of intimacy. That's what the high places are all about. They're places where the presence of the Lord becomes extremely intimate. So intimate, you begin to even know His mind. That's what Paul meant by we have the mind of Christ. You begin to know His mind. You begin to feel the things that grieve Him, the things that displease Him. And suddenly, a massive spotlight comes on your heart, and things that are in there that you did not know begin to grieve your heart. You say, Lord, deliver me from them. I did not know they were there, that they were even there. And now something else happens. They shall run, not be weary. Why are you running? You're catching up with what you had lost. In that time of waiting, there is strength. In that time of waiting, there is discernment of the wind. And now there's surrender to the wind because He carries you higher. In that place of waiting, there's also catching up with where you had the things you lost, the experiences you had that suddenly have become a shadow, a fading memory, are all back. The very presence of God restores your place in Him. And the final thing that's going to happen to you, which is glorious, your fellowship is restored. They shall walk. Walk means you're in perfect harmony now back with the Lord. He's not ahead of you. He's right there by you. Why? They shall run. You ran to catch up, and when you caught up, you're walking and now talking and having a marvelous time with Him. This is that blessed place of fellowship you cannot lose. And ladies and gentlemen, next day you better go right back and walk again, because if you don't, you are way back again in the behind the cloud, where Amalek will destroy you. Anybody listening? Yes. Yeah. So now you're walking with the Lord, and you must understand, give us this day our daily bread. Fellowship with God is a daily experience. The day you miss may literally cause you to lose much that you've gained yesterday. And that's what happens to us Christians. We have these high moments in God, high places with God, blessed intimacies with God, and then we get busy with our ministries or life or family or whatever, and suddenly Jesus just takes second place, third place, fourth place, maybe even 20th place, and we think He's still happy with us, while He's grieving over our failure. But one day in His awesome mercy, He wakes us up. And when you wake up, you think, oh, dear God, where am I? Where are you? He's way ahead of you in the distance, so far ahead from you, you lost Him. Now, the Bible says that we seek Him with our spirit. Turn to Isaiah 26. You seek Him with your spirit. This is where the Spirit comes alive. Okay, verse 8, verse 9, Isaiah 26, the Bible says, Yea, in the way of Thy judgments, O Lord, have we waited for Thee. The desire of our soul is to Thy name, and to the remembrance of Thee. With my soul have I desired Thee. Remember that the psalmist said that earlier. With my soul have I desired Thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek Thee early. Wow. Say, with my spirit will I seek Thee early. So you get up in the morning, you wash, you make sure you're awake, and you seek God.